All brand new and all the same, all at
Make
once,
it live.
right?
Make it. Let's bring it back.
We're just going to keep playing it. It's going to be over and over. It's going to be great. Everybody's going to love it.
That's some Jey Uso stuff right there.
You like that? Yeah. I couldn't help it.
Run it back?
No.
Charles. Listen,
Yeah.
we're doing new stuff. Okay?
Charles, great to see you as always. Always a pleasure. I did watch the George Romero thing you sent a little while ago, finally, so I'll talk about that at some point on today's episode. But hey, everybody, thanks for finding the Geek Spot with us. It's Monday the 26th. When we're recording this, whenever you're listening, thank you for listening. Thank you for hitting like and subscribe and telling a friend so you can join in on the conversation next time. Appreciate it. I'm Jack. That's Frank. Oh, look, I even pointed the right direction. Nope.
Wait.
Yep. No. Yeah. Oh, there he is. All right. He found it. Got all sorts of stuff to talk about this week. We watched movies. We watched shows.
We
There was
did.
trailers. There was finales. There was premieres. So many things going on. So we'll get right into it. Frank, how was your week, man?
It was snowy. It was
A little snowy.
I had a lot of hockey last week. I'm pretty sure I played almost every night last week except like one, I feel, and two maybe. Yeah, it was a long week. And then we got hit with some snow.
A little bit of weather this weekend.
A little bit of snow. Depends on where you live, and you know, other parts of the country got some snow, and a little bit north of us got more snow, and everything shut down yesterday.
Yes.
And most
the
of today.
Northeast was closed yesterday. Luckily, all of the big sports ball things were out west.
Yes,
Even though there was some snow in one of those.
Yeah. I don't care about the sports ball thing. It looks like it's going to be the most boring Super Bowl in the world to me.
Oh, I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah. We'll see. I want Seattle to win.
Then it will probably be pretty boring for you.
Yes. I didn't even look to see how I was doing in my fantasy thing for the playoffs. Basically everybody had the same teams going.
Oh, I'm out. I did not have the same teams.
So not teams wise. So what we did was we picked players.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
And you know what? For the heck of it, I'll look while we're talking.
I had in mine. I had Broncos, Rams going to the Super Bowl, but that was prior to Bo Nix going out because I think that had a good chance at happening. Honestly, but I am out. One of my kids is still on the same pool though. They could tie for third with some Seattle win happening in 2 weeks, which is likely what'll happen.
I have fallen from third to fourth in my league. I have JSN and Hunter Henry going in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
The guy above me has JSN and New England's defense.
Oh, that's fun.
The guy in second place has Drake May and JSN, and the guy in first place has JSN and New England's defense. So really, it's kind of anybody's game here. But all the JSNs cancel each other out. That's not going to help anybody.
Right.
So it's basically one guy with a defense, one guy with a quarterback, one guy with a defense, and me with a tight end.
Nice. Enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm not winning that. Other than that, I mean, I got to work from home today. We had a 10 o'clock opening. Some people trudged into the office, and UPS decided they were not delivering or picking up. And FedEx closed and we're not delivering and picking up. So we closed early at 3:30.
That sounds like a good call.
Yeah. I got to do some work from home. I got some stuff done that I needed to. So that helped.
Very nice. I did not do a whole ton. I had a gig Friday down in Delaware. I got to see some old college friends, which was cool.
Nice.
Did watched a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I watched the George Romero's documentary on Resident Evil, which was pretty cool. Charles sent over to me a while ago, his YouTube link. That was fun. Percy Jackson ended. I watched Ponies. I watched Steel. I watched
Steel
Knives Out.
Magnolias?
Wake Up Dead Man. No, Steel. It is on STEAL. To Sophie Turner.
Oh, yeah. That keeps popping up whenever I go to Amazon.
27 minutes left of the series, so hopefully nobody else has watched it and spoils it. But yeah, 6 episodes. Pretty easy to watch. Cool, crimey, heist kind of movie. What else to watch? Hijack is 2 episodes in. I think I forgot to talk about that last week with Idris Elba's back.
Did you say Rip? The Rip?
Take the Rip. Yeah, I think we both watched that, right?
You watched an awful lot of stuff that I did not watch.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms dropped a new episode, and then we got a bunch of trailers. So I think you might have a list we can hit first.
Nope.
No
Great. List. Just
sorry. So out of the
TV shows.
3 trailers, 4 trailers that we got in the last week, we'll rank these 4 trailers on for your hype level.
Okay.
For them. So the 4 trailers, we can talk about them and then rank them afterwards. We had Masters of the Universe dropped a new trailer. We had the Darth Maul trailer. We had Marshalls, your show, Why Marshalls, dropped a new trailer. I think Madison dropped a trailer even, which is another one of those Taylor Sheridan jaunts.
I've seen that so much. What's up, Dom?
Yeah, there was another Smash Brothers trailer that dropped. And hold on, there was another one that I just saw that I can't remember what it was. Supergirl, the Lobo trailer.
Right.
So yeah, so look, all sorts of trailers dropped. So let's hit them up in order. So what did you think? We got our first taste of Masters of the Universe, this new version of it.
So it looks like they got Skeletor perfect from the screen from the screen grab.
That's right. I watched that too.
It looks like they got Skeletor perfect before Jared Leto has a chance to say anything and ruin Skeletor. He looks perfect in the trailer. The rest of the story, it's a story that you've seen before. Baby from another planet sent to Earth to be raised on Earth to bring.
Yeah, I don't love that take on it.
I
don't love that part of the story. Right. That feels like killing time for the first,
Right. That might be to get everyone in their human forms, and maybe you'll get a look at Skeletor before he's Skeletor, which is where you might get some Leto-ism.
I don't know that we'll see. I feel like it's going to be more Matrixy.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, but the dude doesn't look bad as He-Man. What you get to see of him. For me, it's all about when he pulls the sword and he does the saying. Like, how has that come out? Because it's from the original 80s cartoon version. It's very reverbed. It's very in your face. It's very, you know what I mean? It's like, it's powerful.
Yeah.
And then the one that Kevin Smith wrote, it wasn't as in your face, but it was there.
Well, it wasn't in the first season.
Right. Well, yeah, I vaguely remember that.
And it was the Tila show for the first season. The second season, he was in it more.
I honestly didn't know that all this time that he says, even back into the 80s cartoon, I have the power. I always thought it was I have power.
Oh.
But there's a the in there.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I never knew that.
Oh, well, you were old when it came out, so.
I was old. I was graduated high school. No, but I think it looks good. It just depends on how much time they spend on Earth.
Agreed.
I don't want 40, 45, 50 minutes on Earth and then you give me a half an hour fighting on Eternia. I don't want all the Eternia stuff to be mostly flashbacks and then cram it all in at the end. That's not what I want.
We gave a lot in that trailer. I feel like they gave away a lot of things that I would have rather seen as the reveals in the movie.
Yeah.
that we got in the trailer, other than seeing Miranda Baccarin as the sorceress outside of her flying form as the eagle. But other than that, yeah, look, lots of I don't know. We'll see. It could be good if, as you said, we don't spend too long on the before Eternia part.
It's got a good cast.
Yeah.
It's got Nicholas Galitzine as He-Man. Morena Baccarin is the sorceress. That's great. Alison Brie as Evelyn. That should be great. Camila Mendez as Tila. That should be great. Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms. That should be great. And then, Jared Leto as Skeletor. Kristen Wiig is Robato's voice.
Sashira Zamata's in it from Agatha All Along as Susie. So I'm guessing she is not part of the Eternia storyline.
Right.
Strongest Man in the World. The Mountain is in it as Goatman, which is a weird pull for him.
Yeah.
James Perfuoy as King Randor. So a lot of good stuff.
They do have Fisto.
They do. He's in the trailer.
Yep. They do have Fisto.
Wild. So look, we'll see. Could be good. We'll leave that for when we rank these. Dom, you ask about the Jared Leto of it all. He was so great as Joker. in Zack Snyder's Justice League version. But other than that, no, he was not good as Joker. I just watched Tron Ares, which was the other thing I forgot to mention I watched last week. And he's not good in that either. It's a shame that the whole movie revolves around his character.
From what I understand, they completely put Tron on the shelf now after that movie did not so good. And
which is a shame because honestly, the movie 10 years ago would have been great. It would have done super well in the theater. People would have gone to see it. They would have loved it. The action was actually really good. The special effects were cool. It tied the old Tron world. So at one point, he has to go back to the 80s Tron movie. And
that's awesome.
That system.
Yeah.
And he goes back to that. But I don't understand why your lead character in a Tron movie has long hair and a beard. That was weird.
Well,
that's the hair that's constantly wet. Like that. I'm like, Jesus, okay, that doesn't make sense for a computer program, but great. But like I said, the movie was a perfectly enjoyable watch. It would have been great 10, 15 years ago. It was the movie that you went to because you had time to kill on a Saturday and we're going to the movies.
Right.
That is no longer the case for people.
No.
Because we have movies in our hand we can watch, so we don't need to go to the theater to kill time on a Saturday when you can play Angry Birds all night.
And you could just rewatch the same thing that you've watched 100 times.
You could do that too. Sorry, so that was trailer number one. The second one that you said you were pretty excited about when we talked is the Darth Maul trailer dropped.
It looked awesome. I love that animation style. That's that Clone Wars animation. Clone Wars, Bad Batch. Like that animation style is really... I don't even know how to describe it. I'm not an artist. Danny said the screen testing reviews for He-Man is very positive. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Dennis Haysbert is in Maul. He's playing, I think it's a Jedi, Master Iko Diodaki.
Sounds like a Jedi.
Sounds
Look,
like a Jedi.
This is another one where it's after Order 66 and there's Jedi all over the place, which I don't love that.
I don't
hate that we're doing on all these things.
I don't hate that they didn't kill all the Jedi, and that's okay. It depends on how they handle it, but this I'm looking forward to because I know Sam Witwer probably had a lot of creative input in this. And he
seemed
really,
like it. Yes.
Yeah, he really knows his stuff. So I don't think this was Kathleen Kennedy'd as much as other stuff has been.
She hasn't touched it's Dave Filoni and Matt Michnovetz.
Right. And that's good. Like that's good.
He was the head writer for Rebels and Clone Wars, Matt.
Yeah,
so it's going to be in that vein. So I agree with you. I'm excited for this one. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, me too.
The drop order seems good. I think it's 2 episodes a week for a month, and then finales drop on May the 4th.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, they've been good. Every year, the last few years, they've dropped something on May the 4th, which is good branding and marketing on their part.
A little bit.
So we got that. You got to get some of the story we've been talking about for Marshall's uncovered for you.
Listen, And it was in the trailer, and we said this before. This is not a Taylor Sheridan written show, even though Casey's
like it.
Spoiler, because if you haven't seen the trailer, it's in the trailer, so this isn't any, like, Frank has inside knowledge. They killed Casey's wife off. Somehow, I don't know how it ties into the story. Is it in the story? Does he put a pillow over her face because she's constantly whining? I don't know.
No, it looks like it's she got sick because she's laying in a bed.
Yeah, and they pull the
and then that draws him back in to be the great dad that all these TV shows love and go to work as a U.S. Marshal instead of using all the money that he has from being a Dutton. It's cool. It makes total sense.
Listen, this is a show that's on CBS, so it's network television driven. Taylor Sheridan isn't in the writer's room. Taylor Sheridan isn't behind the camera, so looks like the women will probably be safe in this one and not beaten to a bloody pulp all the time.
Well, there's only one.
So far.
Yeah, look, I think this show is going to be just SWAT Montana.
It's exactly what it looks like, and it's not a show that I have super high hopes for.
No.
If I catch it, I catch it. We'll see. I'll give it an episode or two to see how it kind of plays out. He moved away from Paramount, so a lot of things are going to change. Landman season 3 is going to be completely different now because he's not involved in it, supposedly.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's this awful AI video going around that it's Billy Bob Thornton saying that he won't be in season 3 and that Cooper's the main character, and it's an AI video, but it was.
I feel like they're trying to push that kid Cooper on everybody, and he's so awful.
But I am not hanging my hat on, oh my goodness, yay, the Yellowstone brand is continuing, because they even dropped the Y from it, and it's just Marshall.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Well, look, there's the Madison, there's Dutton Ranch, there's all sorts of stuff that'll keep going for the Yellowstone.
I'm good. Yellowstone ended, and I'm fine with it ending, and that's fine.
All right, then we got some new.
Even says in the trailer, the Yellowstone is gone. There is no more. I mean, they tore the house down at the end of the series finale.
Yeah. All right, we got the Lobo tease trailer drop, whatever you want to call it, from the new Supergirl movie.
He was born to play that part.
100%. They wasted his time as Aquaman.
Yeah, he said he wanted this more than he wanted Aquaman in an interview recently. But so you're more of the Lobo expert. What did you think of that?
Oh, he's always been Lobo. Like, Jason Momoa's entire personality is Lobo. Like, I mean, so Lobo from the comics, picture what you know about Wolverine and crank it up with Deadpool. He's the combination of Wolverine and Deadpool, basically, without using the fourth wall. Because he has the healing factor. He's a bounty hunter. He just has a soft spot for space dolphins that he really likes. And he rides like a big motorcycle that's typically in outer space. So grounding that on whatever planet they're doing is a little weird. But he uses a big hook and chain is his big thing. He wears the leather. He looked like a clown in his original introduction in Omega Men back in the 80s. But then he was redone in the 90s as a lot of characters, or late 80s as a lot of characters were, with this new look. So yeah, that's I think he's going to be great as it. Definitely born to play the character.
It looks good. Looks fun.
Charles says Lobo and Krypton was not bad. I agree. The take in that show on Lobo was actually pretty good.
That ended early, right? That they never
They had time to introduce Thanagar, and they went like Hawk, like Hawkman and stuff like that for a minute, and then it did not end up working out for them, where they got canceled, which is a shame, because that was a show that kept getting better and better as it went.
So it went 2 seasons, 20 total episodes on the Sci-Fi Network, the SYFY Sci-Fi.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a picture of the old Lobo up, but I can not. If you want to, now, are you a Super Mario guy?
I mean, Super Mario's cool, but I haven't seen any of the movies. I didn't even see the one with Chris Pratt doing the voice. This is the same Mario, right?
This is Chris Pratt again.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. Just if my kids were a little younger, or if both of them were actually home, I probably would have gone. They're looking forward to it. I've been texting with them over the weekend and whatnot. Well, one lives here, but they're looking forward to it, so that's cool.
Hold on, I got it. Let me pull this up real quick.
That's a good.
So this was Lobo.
Oh, he looks like he's from Kiss.
100%. So that was Lobo when he was originally introduced in Omega Men. He had like a split orange and purple costume. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like Gene Simmons was going to sue someone for that.
He does. Okay, how do I get rid of that? There we go.
There you go. They added a whole bunch of new stuff to the EV MOOCs, so we're having fun playing with it.
All right,
live. Yeah, I mean, you have kids that are closer in age to watch that, right?
Look, the first Super Mario Brothers movie, I've seen it like a dozen times. It's great. I was gonna hate it because of the Chris Pratt thing, but it once you're into it, and it doesn't drag you down. They make fun of the Italian accent. The original Mario voices in the movie a couple times too, which is fun. The guy that did the original voice plays the dad, and I think he plays somebody else. I think this one will be fine. Look, this will be like Minecraft, and it'll make $1 billion. It'll do all the money because all the kids are going to go see it.
Oh yeah,
multiple times, and I guarantee it'll be a blast.
Cool.
So all right, so where do we rank those? I think those are all the trailers that hit. There might be another one.
I don't even put Marshalls on there. For me, it would it would have to be MAUL, and then Masters of the Universe and Supergirl. And the only reason Supergirl's third is because it's still months out. I think Masters of the Universe
right when Masters of the Universe does.
Masters of the Universe feels like it'll be a quick movie. I don't know how long that movie is going to be.
Masters of the Universe is going to drop on June 5th.
Okay.
We do not have a time yet on Masters, I don't think.
No.
We do not have a time yet on Masters. But, so, all right. So I feel that's a good one.
Oh, that's the old one. That's the 1987 one.
Yes. Which, do we get cameos from the 1987 cast?
Oh, man, I wish. That'd be great to have a little Dolph Lundgren show up.
I mean, how do you not put... so 6/26. So the same month they're going to drop.
Okay.
I would have to put Supergirl, then Masters, or then MAUL, then Masters.
Well, if it's dropping, I thought it was dropping sooner than that, then I would put MAUL, Supergirl, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I know Mario doesn't actually count for you, so that's all right.
Not really. No, it's going to be a good. It's a good year for movies. Hopefully, it's a good year for Lego sets.
Well, here's hoping for you.
Hey,
I'm sure there will be plenty of Lego sets to drop. I don't know. I'm now with the MAUL thing. So, you saw Solo, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, are we going to carry on the story from Solo where we introduced him, or does this look like it's carrying on more from where he left in Clone Wars before he shows up in Rebels, or is this after Rebels? Like, what do you think the time frame is for this? It seems like it's in that era
when he was the leader of the Crimson Raiders.
So right, but I don't think
the Crimson Raiders are from Borderlands.
Great.
That's
so. I don't know that we had him in Rebels. Running,
yeah,
he was running some stuff, right? No, I know, but then he ended up fighting Obi-Wan. So this is going to be before that. So this will be another time frame between Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah,
and we're going to try and fill in because God forbid we get out of these couple.
No, according to the Google AI overview, which is always on point,
totally accurate, I bet.
Specifically, about 1 year after the Clone Wars and Order 66, this series focuses on MAUL establishing his criminal syndicate on the planet Janix while avoiding the Galactic Empire.
Great. So we could see there could be a Kanan.
I don't believe
he was around.
Yeah, but he swears he will not come back and do a voice for that. He has been Freddie Prinze Jr. has been so adamant that he just wants to put that to bed.
All right, we'll see.
I hope he does. It's because it's like a wrestler. It's like, you know, when a wrestler says they're retiring and then a month later you see them back in the ring. Like John Cena says he's retiring. John Cena will never wear the jorts again, no matter how. I think Saudi Arabia has already tried to throw an insane amount of money at him for WrestleMania next year. And
yeah, well, that's because he's actually a good person. So, but most people are not. So we'll see what happens.
Correct. Correct.
All right, because we do have a lot of other rare reviews and whatnot to talk about. So
I'm gonna blow
get some news.
Yeah, this.
All right.
So it's a couple of quick things. Sundance is going on right now. Kristen Milotti is over there. They asked her about season 2 of The Penguin. She said there's no word. She would love nothing more than to be in a season 2, and it's one of the greatest things ever. Is she in the Batman 2? And you know, she again,
of course,
right now, no.
Oh,
right now she doesn't have anything on that.
She's off with Catwoman,
right? Who's gone? So, sticking with the Batman, they haven't even started filming yet. They're started to film. Robert Pattinson said they are gearing up to film soon and will run through November. He did a movie called Primetime. He's doing another movie, and then when he's done that movie, he goes right through to Batman 2 and
does all the movies
through to November.
Great.
So Batman 3 will probably be out sometime 2074.
Probably. We're not getting there. We're not getting to Batman 3.
We're not getting it. Let me see. Hey T. Roadhouse 2 with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Love it. Let's do it.
Done.
Great.
Locked and ready to come out. Probably. Oh, I'm sorry. They're in the last 10 days of shooting, so it's later this year, beginning of next year. That movie was fun.
Yeah, it's fine. Put it out in the theater this time.
No, it's coming right to Amazon Prime, buddy.
I know, but put it in the theater.
Yeah.
Get it in for like 2 weeks for awards season.
Roadhouse 2 will be more of an emotional film because it delves into why Dalton was the character he was in the first movie.
Oh, God, he was so awful.
The sequel is also expected to feature a lot more very famous MMA and UFC fighters.
Great.
That's fine. The fight scenes weren't bad, and I thought he was just cocky enough to be fun.
Yeah, it's the kind of movie though that is fun in the theater. That's why I would love for it to be in the movie
absolutely.
Theater. Like those big scenes and stuff just don't play quite as good at home as they do in the movies.
Yeah. Let me see. Ryan Gosling's Starfighter movie.
Yeah, the Jedi one.
The Jedi one, right?
Is that what this is? Yeah. Should be not the Jedi, but the Star Wars one.
So here's something that may or may not. It depends on who you're talking to. But one of the people involved in the film said, this is Jonathan Tropper. I believe he wrote it, maybe. I'm scanning the article as I did not have a lot of prep time today. Anyway, this gentleman said, obviously lightsabers are a part of that universe and that part of that galaxy. I'm so careful not to reveal anything, but essentially, I think it's known that we have no legacy characters. You're not going to see any of the characters you've seen in the other movies. So there are certain things that are still hallmarks of Star Wars that's good to have in there, but more than that, I can't say. I think having no legacy characters in this movie is a positive, good thing.
Yeah, it's going to tank in the box office, but it'll make for a better movie.
It might not. It might not. I don't know, but I think going away from the Skywalker stuff is a good move for the franchise. Like, I get it. The Skywalkers are central to the first everything that Star Wars has done, but moving away from it is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, what have we got movies that went away from it? Rogue One, which did good, but you had Darth Vader in it.
Right.
And Solo, which tanked.
Solo tanked. And you had Andor, which wasn't
Not
a
a movie.
movie, right?
Yeah,
But
that's
had
what I'm saying
Darth
from a
Vader in
movie
it.
standpoint, from a box office standpoint, right? Like, I don't think this one's going to do great. It'll be fine, but I don't even know what good box office is anymore. So the more they keep spending on these things, because their budgets typically go insane.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll get from that. I hope it's good. I'm intrigued to see
Well,
his other one that's coming out before
Solo
that.
had a lot of legacy characters in it. So I mean, what if we had,
That's what I'm saying. Like, but it
yeah,
didn't have a Jedi.
no, it had a Chewbacca.
So, but no Jedi.
Well, it
No,
had Darth Maul at the very, 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 very.
he's not a Jedi, Frank.
No, but he has a lightsaber.
Maybe. I don't know if he still did at that point that week.
Well,
So anyway, we'll see how Starfighter does. It comes out in what, like 6 years, 7 years next year.
something like that. And
Yeah.
Tom Cruise helped film a lightsaber battle. So, if Tom Cruise was running with the camera, this movie's making $1 billion.
Sure.
Every movie that Tom Cruise runs in makes
Right.
box
It'll
office.
be the camera that he is running though.
He's running in circles around the lightsaber fight.
Exactly.
I happened to share a picture with friends of Tom Cruise knee deep in a swamp with a camera, AI generated. They got
Yeah.
me. Yeah, they got me. Netflix and Warner Brothers amended their original agreement. So Warner Brothers said that it will now provide an all-cash transaction of $27.75 per share, still equating to the original sum of $82.7 billion. It was not originally an all-cash deal. Now it is an all-cash deal. They're trying to hammer this through, and and Netflix came out and said that when they buy Warner Brothers, they're still going to keep a 45-day window of movies in theaters. I don't know is that enough? Is that how long it used to be?
It's at least what it is now, if not
Right.
less, depending on the company.
I don't know how good this is going to be for Warner Brothers.
I mean, look, 45 days is a long time. It's a month and a half.
It's a month and a half.
So, I mean, most movies make their money in the first, 2 weeks. And then they're done, right? And then the next thing pops up.
And how
So,
long are
that's
they
not
going to
crazy.
How long are they going to keep that up though? Are they just saying that now to get things through, and then a year into it they're like, okay, well, we did that, now we're going to do
No, I
that.
don't know why they wouldn't. If I think you'll see less things released in the theaters, but you'll see the tentpole still. You'll see the
Right.
stuff that makes $500 million in the theater, because you'd be stupid to turn that money down. Except for you don't have to deal with the distribution channels, and you can cut all those departments. So if they run it like a tech company, which is what Netflix technically is, they're not an entertainment company. They are a technology company.
Right.
Tech companies cut costs everywhere they can. They're not concerned about the creative and those pieces, right? They're like, how do I streamline my budget to make more from less and have less people involved in this process? So, however, Netflix is expanding out where they're doing their Netflix houses. They just opened one in Philly, right? There's
Out in King of Prussia, yeah.
experiences. There's those things that they're doing. They are buying a handful of theaters so that they can drop the ones they want for awards out for limited runs, right? But I don't, if these movies can make enough, and I think this is going to be crucial to how James Gunn's success goes, because obviously the biggest money makers for Warner Brothers are the DC properties at this point.
Yeah.
Is how much money they can make off these DC movies that are coming out in the next year. And I don't know that they're going to crush it with any of them, because they're not big money characters. So I don't know before Man of Tomorrow, we have a real clear idea of how much money they're going to make off these things, because we're not getting a Batman movie in the next 2 years, as we talked about earlier, right? We get Supergirl, we get Clayface this year.
Yep.
Nothing great, right?
I don't T said he doesn't see a downside to this merger. I don't know. I know as we're talking about movies coming out, Avengers Doomsday, which is coming out December 18th, and Dune Part 3 are coming out December 18th. Dune
They're their big one.
Well, Dune has secured the 3-week IMAX release. So
Good.
Doomsday will not be in IMAX when it comes out. Dune 3 will. That's big.
It is. And look, they'll hold out and they'll get IMAX after that.
Oh, sure. But
Right. But think about that, though. So now you went to see it because you can't not go see it the first 3 weeks it's out, right?
right.
Now it drops in IMAX. Now you make all that IMAX money over again because they couldn't see an IMAX to start. So it's actually brilliant for Disney because people are going to go see it twice that want to see it in IMAX.
I did that. I think I saw Endgame in the theater 2 times, maybe 3. And the rewatchability of it for me is I mean, Infinity War I think is the better movie overall. Endgame is great the last half hour of it, like the big fight scene, and even that's got some choppy, weird moments.
Yeah. So T doesn't see the huge downside of the merger. So I think the downside of the merger is once they merge, that's one less place for creatives to shop their stuff.
Yeah.
Right. The problem is like now you can't go to HBO or Netflix because HBO definitely has a brand very different from any of the other theater shops. Right. So if you go to Netflix HBO now, is it Netflix HBO? Are they still going to produce different content? We don't know. So, but it means that when you go to pitch, it's going to be one less studio you can go pitch to, which is a problem.
I don't think I saw Endgame in IMAX either, Dom, but the lure of, to what you were saying, yes, it's out. No, it's not in IMAX. Oh, it's in IMAX now, and I really liked it. Well, I want to see it now on the bigger screen. Yes, that's going to play in a lot of people's parts.
Right. Especially if there's scenes that you're like, oh, that would look so cool in IMAX.
Right.
Which there may or may not be. Like that Cyclops scene that we saw in the trailer that probably isn't in the movie. Would look great in IMAX.
Sure.
So I think, yeah, but I think that's the hardest part is there's going to be less places to shop, right? Because if you listen to a lot of the Hollywood guys that are creatives, they already go and they have their pitches down, but then it's going to be, Universal, which doesn't produce a ton. That's NBC, Universal, Paramount, which kind of has a brand.
Yeah.
They do their thing. There's HBO right now. There's Netflix. There's Amazon. There's Sony. There's a handful now, but there's going to be one less. So out of like 6, there's going to go down to 5. So that's another whole branch of stuff that we might not get going forward because of this.
Paramount's producing a TV show that we're both watching.
They are. I think one that I watched too, right? Isn't Ponies Paramount?
Well, is that Paramount or Peacock?
I don't know.
I
Ponies
will
on Peacock because I saw that with Traders.
Ponies I will get to this week. I was catching up on Starfleet Academy. I was catching up on Fallout. I kind of let that go. Fallout, which has 2 episodes remaining, moved up the release of the last 2 episodes. Dom, thank you for the new setup, love. I absolutely stole this from the Island of Relevancy. T did this for us on Wednesday, and I absolutely 100% stole it. Jack added the Geek spot right up there in the middle, but thank you to T, actually, for showing me this. Fallout moved its final 2 episodes up to Tuesday releases. So the next new episode of Fallout is on the 27th, and the finale is on the 3rd of February, which, while not talking about the show yet, is supposedly going to be when they shadow drop 2 Fallout remastered games. That's supposedly the big rumor going around the gaming world is if you go to Steam right now and you search for Fallout, you'll see 12. It'll list 12 games, but you can only see 10.
Got it.
So allegedly, Bethesda is going to drop Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remasters right after the finale of Fallout 2, which would be absolutely awesome. It gives me something to do for the next couple of months because I am absolutely losing my mind running around Lego Skywalker Saga looking for Kyber bricks.
Got it. Oh, we did get there. That was another news piece. Speaking of gaming,
Yes.
Kratos has been cast.
Yes, he has.
Ryan Hurt.
Ryan Hurst is Kratos. Ryan Hurst played Opie on Sons of Anarchy. Also played Gary Bertier from Remember the Titans.
He did.
He's been in a lot of stuff. He looks nothing like Gary Bertier anymore. Clean cut, fresh faced, strong side.
No, he also played the brother.
What a great movie that was. That the rewatchability on Remember the Titans. If I'm scrolling through, when I was scrolling through Hulu, if I see that on, it's an immediate stop, no matter where it is in the movie.
Fair.
That's a stop and watch.
He also played the brother of Alison Dubois on the mid 2000s show Medium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a great show. I'm sure you watched it regularly.
Yes.
I watched it in syndication when it was on something in the middle of the day, I think.
Listen, Opie's ending in Sons of Anarchy is still one of the most gut-wrenching things to watch if you're into the show.
Especially knowing that it should have been Jax.
Oh, absolutely should have been Jax. Our good friend, our good drummer friend Jimmy Wooten, who passed, would constantly rewatch that show, and I would get a random text one night, randomly every other month. I'm at the Opie part. I'm at the Opie part again, and okay, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I get you right here.
Yeah.
But all the way back to the Star Trek show. Let's start there.
Yeah. So how'd you like it, Frank? So you had only watched one episode as
I'm
of our
all
first
caught up.
viewing.
I'm all caught up now.
All right.
I've gotten all 3 episodes in. I like the show, but I despise how they're writing the characters right now. I feel like we are almost 1,000 years into the future, and our default comeback is still middle fingers. And the way that they throw insults back and forth is so teenage. Like, maybe you're going for the younger audience.
I mean, it's a YA show. It's been billed as a YA show. It's a young adult show.
I'm glad to see basketball survive 930 years into the future. Basically, is the only sport they seem to even play around with. But it just feels, and yes, it is a YA show, but it is so juvenile in the dialogue sometimes. It was a different show at one point. The girl, the woman that played Tilly on Discovery, is, hold on. I need to get her name right. Mary Wiseman. Mary Wiseman played Tilly on Discovery, and she was going to be like one of the big higher ups in Starfleet Academy. They did a backdoor pilot in Discovery where she was leading a whole bunch of cadets. And it, for whatever reason, she's basically just in one episode instead of being like really, like central to it.
Okay.
Holly Hunter's fine. I don't have a problem with Holly Hunter. I don't have a problem with the rest of the cast, but I don't know. I like the Tilly character. If you go to Reddit in the Star Trek Reddit to look, it definitely is getting massive dislike online.
Yeah, but I look, there's a couple, right? Like I've always enjoyed Star Trek, right? I've never been a diehard Star Trek fan. Like I watched Next Generation. It's probably the last Star Trek I watched with any kind of regularity. But like this show isn't for the diehard Star Trek people.
No, they're trying.
You got Strange New Worlds that's coming back out. That's for the diehards. This is to like, hey, we want a new generation of Star Trek fans to watch this because they probably don't want to watch Old Man Ensign Mount. do his thing, right? Let's get some new blood into this so we can introduce some new people into the franchise. Maybe they'll go watch the other shows because they like this, right? Like, why did we put Smallville on the CW? Well, because people didn't want to go read the Superman comics, right? Like, so we'll introduce this new young adult. And now, 25 years later, right? There's all these people that are in their 30s and 40s that know about Superman because they watch Smallville, right? So I get it. I don't have any problems with the show. It is a CW show with an insane budget. That's all it is.
It's got an absolutely insane budget.
But I think it's fun. Like I've enjoyed it so far.
It's fun, but again, it's very easy to see where certain characters are going to end up already. I don't hate some of, like, again, I like to go on Reddit and read Reddit, but I will never talk on Reddit. I will never reply on Reddit.
Yeah.
Replying on Reddit is worse than replying on a Facebook group somewhere, which is also cancerous and bad for your health. For the most part, especially if it's a sports related thing in Philadelphia.
Like, I love the chick playing Genesis. I think she's great. I think that character's fun.
I like her.
I like Les Caleb.
Caleb's fun, but God, did they need to get a guy built like a, like, he's just so jacked to be a nerd? But
because he's a pirate nerd.
He's a pirate nerd. Again, I'm nitpicking little things, but the dialogue is really the biggest problem I have at the moment.
Yeah.
I like the nuances and what's going on under it. I could get deeper into the nerd part of it, but I'm staying on the surface for right now.
Look, yeah, I like some of the throwback stuff. I don't know, was Tig Notaro ever on the show before?
Yes. Tig Notaro came into Discovery season 2, and her character, she's great. She's great in the show.
Okay.
She's that exact same attitude is from Discovery.
I mean, Tig Notaro, yeah. It's what she is and everything.
And she's fine. And I have no problem with her at all. I absolutely love the Jem'Hadar, the cadet master. Yeah, I love her. She's great.
Yeah, that is Gina Yashir.
I think she's great. And I do like the fact that the hologram girl isn't like a 6'2" blonde model. I like that she's a more normal looking person. And I really appreciate that it's not, you know what I mean? Like you're doing a young adult show. You want to make everyone the most attractive things in the world because
I think that goes back to, again, the CW evolved, right? From your One Tree Hill and your whatever Dawson's Creek casts to, the cast that we started getting later on down the road. Just to touch to Dom's comment, because I can't leave that one alone.
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
If they don't do the Skeletor, remember running away meme. He wants no parts of the movie. I get that.
Listen, I need my Skeletor, and I saw a comment on TikTok and I'm stealing this, but I need my Skeletor to have a little bit of gay in him, like he did in the 80s cartoon. Yeah, right. He was like this, and just a tiny little bit. Like, I need some of that.
Which I don't think you get from
Jared, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think you get that from Jared Leto. He's going to try and go like weird tatted Joker, I feel like. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see. I've never seen Jared Leto play anything other than wildly morbid. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he does. Yeah. So all right. So it's still to be decided overall on your buy-in on the show, but you have likes and dislikes.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it. I want to see where it's going to go. It's so far into the future that it's easier. It's easier for them to kind of expand and do some stuff. But, Frank Langella as Skeletor was great.
Agreed. He had more of the wahaha big bad. I enjoyed his Skeletor. Let's see. Did you get to any of Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
No, I pretty much am not going to watch that, I think.
Cool. Quick notes on that.
Go for it.
So instead of Dunk shitting behind a tree, projectile as we had last week. This time, instead, we get the knight who was his knight that he was the squire to's humongous schlong to start the episode.
Boy.
Just taking a whiz. Just full frontal. Like, for no reason other than they're like, look at this. It's like, Jesus.
I hate shock penis.
Yeah, for literally no reason.
I hate
other
watching
than to show the guy was kind of worthless, but he was hung like a horse. Is I guess the story behind whatever. You're not great. But the shows, I still am not intrigued enough by the Dunk character to really give a shit about the show. And I still don't think that I will be. But I've heard other people talk through the show since our last episode. And because for influencers, we are not quite at that tier yet. And critics got the whole show in their trailer box. So they were like, look, some of them are like, it's my favorite Game of Thrones show. So I'm like, all right, let me give it a shot here. Yeah, agreed, T. It's odd society's moved away from movies having random TNA, but to now having full frontal dude shots. Like, and just regularly. Like, that's the thing now. There was another show that I was watching with the same thing. I'm like, what are we doing?
Was it the hockey show?
No. That I've not watched. You were the hockey fan, so I feel like that is something that you need to watch for our show. Yeah, I feel like that's on your list. It's fine. Yeah, you'll do good with that. I want to hit that real quick. Hijack is fun. If you watch season 1, it was hijacked on a plane. This one's on a subway. Idris Elba was great. It's I don't know where it's going still, so that's fun. But it's been good so far. It's all kind of real time-ish that they shoot it, which is neat too.
Yeah.
Where it takes span over the course of the time that you're watching the show, kind of like I guess The Pit is, which is on my list to hit in the next week or two, I think, to finally catch up on. I was going to do a Wonder Man deep dive since that drops tomorrow. I'm not going to because we have a lot to hit still.
Yeah.
So next week we'll talk through Wonder Man because Frank is going to watch that before next episode.
We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. But I will also give kind of a little backstory. Maybe our list will be the top 10 Wonder Man appearances in the comics before we get to the show.
You can make that.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I'll hit that up because Wonder Man was actually introduced in like issue 6 or 7 of the Avengers. So he's been around a really long time. And I've been reading through the Avengers. So I've gotten some interesting spots through him already. I think I'm on issue 270 of my read back. I did watch, as I said earlier at the start of the show, Charles was kind enough to send over George A. Romero's Resident Evil documentary from 2025. Not done by George Romero, obviously, but it kind of a tribute to his life and career through the Night of the Living Dead days to how he inspired the zombie genre before it was the zombie genre and got it. Then it turns into a documentary on the Resident Evil game and how that became a thing and how that was based on a Japanese game, which was also kind of cool to hear how that part, I think it was BioShock or something was the name of the original game it was based off of with the horror components. And then how the movie was kind of like stalled for like 10 years.
Really?
From the game was released to like they were going to make a movie. They had all these drafts. George Romero was tasked to do a trailer for the second game. The TV commercial. You saw the TV commercial because we all did when it came out. The George A. Romero directed with the zombies and everything for it.
Okay.
It was like the first video game commercial that was like, holy shit, this was like a movie level. That kind of set the stage for the next 15 years of trailer videos for video games. But he then got offered the job and really wanted it and went all in. And then it was all these things with the rights to the movie and like really interesting, fascinating stuff. To who was able to write it, who wasn't, and it kind of hung with him. And he always thought he was kind of a failure and like never was a success, George A. Romero, even though he inspired everybody else to make zombie movies on like low budget. It's kind of a fascinating documentary. So thank you, Charles, for sending that over. I enjoyed it quite a bit. If anybody else wants to watch it, again, it's George A. Romero's Resident Evil documentary. You can find it on YouTube. But yeah, that's worth the watch. if you are into the Resident Evil video games or any of the George Romero stuff, for
That
sure.
sounds cool.
Yeah. Let me think. What else did I watch that you didn't watch? Percy Jackson. So we got the finale. Not a great season. Not as good as the first one. This is definitely, the whole thing is based on the young adult series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So my son has read all those, so we watched the show with him. So we just managed to catch up just in time for the finale. It's okay. Like I said, I didn't love this season as much as the first season. It was still fun. There was some good stuff in it, but not as it touched more of the broader mythology with some things. It brought in some Cersei and some other monsters and things we hadn't gotten previously. Not as much of the gods in this one as we got in the first one, but sets up the next season. This feels like it's a bridge to season 3.
Okay.
And that's all it is. Like nothing really gets resolved this season. It just is a bridge to the next one. Which I don't love, but that's the way some of those books, book 2 usually is that, right? If you're looking at like a trilogy or one of those things, like The Matrix 2 is completely just to get you to The Matrix 3. There's no other reason for that movie. Same thing with the Twin Towers, really. But so Percy Jackson, I'd still go watch it if you like the first season though, for sure. And then and then I watched Knives Out 2, Wake Up Dead Man, which is brilliant. I highly recommend that. That's about it on that one. But I've liked all the Knives Out movies. It takes me forever to get around to watch them because they're super long. They're like 2.5.
Always
3
forget
hours
about
each. They've all been a blast, and the cast is great in all of them. There's so many stars. Like Josh Brolin is fantastic. He plays this deranged priest. A lot of thunder and lightning and Sodom and Gomorrah talk and the whole thing, and he's great. So I'd recommend that as well. And then we both watched what do we got left? The Rip and Fallout.
We'll go with The Rip.
All right.
The Rip was fun. I figured out who the one bad guy was immediately without having read anything. That was an easy figure. I pegged Kyle Chandler from the get-go. Spoilers if you haven't seen The Rip. Sorry.
No warning there.
Nope, no warning there. Just threw it on out there. My bad. I won't say the other one in case anybody hasn't seen it. But yeah, I had fun with it. It was an action movie. It was basically in one location almost the whole movie, right?
It was not expensive, I don't think.
No. They stayed in one location until the third act, and then they got in the cars and they did car stuff. I thought it was a fun movie. It was a really fun movie. There's some twists and turns in it, and if you pay attention, you can follow along the twists and turns pretty easily. But it definitely was a fun action movie.
Look, I forget until I see them how much I like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, and how much I like the two of them together.
Oh, they're great.
I haven't watched most of either one of their catalog.
No.
But every time I do, I'm like, God, he's so good.
I'm a huge Affleck fan, and I'm a huge Damon fan.
Yeah, like I said, I don't watch most of their stuff, not for any particular reason. But every time I get around to watching one of their things, they're great, and the two of them are great together. Like it's so neat to see those guys that kind of went and did their own separate careers for so long, other than their Searchlight studio, and then come back together. The last few years to really start starring and stuff and using that star power again. It's been really neat to see that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, look, at the end of it, when you're done it feels like every other TV miniseries cop show. Like if you watch any of the cop shows, like when I walk out, my wife has TV on all day and just running. It's like Ion or like Detective Channel and SVU. Like this is like one of the like extended episodes of SVU or SWAT or Criminal Minds. Like that's all it is. But it was fun. Nothing groundbreaking in it, but all in, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. I wouldn't watch it again, but it's a fun movie.
No, it's definitely not a rewatch movie.
No.
Unless you want to go and see if you didn't pick stuff up and you want to go back and see like, oh, here's all the clues. Then maybe, And then so then we got Fallout. So we had, like you said, episode 6 dropped. There's 2 episodes left. You probably know more about what the crazy shit that happened in this episode was than I do.
Yeah. So
Where we got Ron Perlman showing up. Speaking of Sons of Anarchy.
now I'll let you know ahead of time that I'm spoiling. I will just blurt out the one of the major plot points of a show.
Yeah, the one that they revealed 2 hours and 7 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie or this show was a setup show. It was moving the pieces so you can get everybody back together. That's what you're kind of moving pieces around the board. Maximus, who still somehow is managing to survive in the wasteland now without his power armor, with his ghoul buddy, but he has the cold fusion chip. In the present day, that was a mutant. Ron Perlman played a mutant. Mutants are very big in Fallout. They can be good, they can be bad. It seems like the mutants are gearing up for a war on the humans or a war on someone. He saved the ghoul who was impaled by a pole when Lucy power punched him out the window. Lucy is with her father at Vault Tech, and he has seemingly perfected the little doohickey that goes in the back of the neck to control people and make them happy all the time. That seems to be his goal, is to make the entire world happy and not fighting. And he's mass producing more and more of these little doohickeys on your neck. In the past, you find out that Barbara, that would be the ghoul. What's his name in the past?
James something, is it?
Cooper. Coop.
James.
His wife basically seems like she's responsible for starting World War III or the nuclear holocaust. That
it seems like she didn't, like she didn't think it was actually going to happen though, and she starts to realize that she has less control than she thought she did in this episode, right?
Right. And we found out in the last episode that her and her daughter are both in cryostasis. The reunion with the ghoul should be so much fun for everyone if that happens. We got
nobody will be freaked out at all.
Yeah, we got 2 episodes left. Kyle MacLachlan continues to just be awesome. Walter Goggins is also awesome. Ella Purnell is great, and Maximus should the ghoul should stick a knife in Maximus's throat and move on without him.
Agreed. And like keep Thaddeus around. Thaddeus and the ghoul can be buddies now.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Agreed. I thought the episode was great, but like you said, it was a lot of setup.
Yes. So you got the ghoul, Maximus, and the other ghoul are now together at a campfire, and Lucy is with her dad in Vault Tech headquarters. And there's other shit going on in the other vaults, and
after Wolfman got stapled in the head repeatedly.
Yeah, a couple times.
Or Laszlo, sorry. Whichever 80s movie that he was a hidden star of floats your boat.
Yeah.
Or if you're a White Lotus fan, you can go to the White Lotus route too.
It's fun, and we get another episode Tuesday night, the 27th. Now we get the penultimate, as they call it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's going to drop tonight. Then, I guess we'll see. Because Amazon's usually a 9 p.m. the day before they drop, so we'll see.
Do we have anything else that we missed?
No, not off my list. Well, like I said, I watched Steel. I'll be able to give a full rundown on next week. But if you want to join the chat about it, and I'll try, by the way, for everybody still listening, I will try during the week to post what we're going to chat about. So if you haven't watched it, you can catch up and join the conversation next
We do
episode.
have one new release coming on Wednesday. Shrinking Season 3, the final season, drops Wednesday, January 28th.
Yeah, so that and Wonder Man.
I'm excited for that. Wonder Man. And then Friday, January 30th on Apple TV, Go Gabba Gabba Land Season 2 for all you Gabba Gabbas.
Great. Nothing wrong with Yo Gabba Gabba. DJ Lance is great, man. They get musical guests that nobody else can.
There's a lot of other stuff coming out, but that's pretty much what I
My
got.
Chemical Romance turned down some huge thing to do Yo Gabba Gabba instead. So
Really?
now I got to look up what that is. But why don't you talk about you? I'm sure you have another show coming this week.
We do. It looks like Wednesday. Now, my hockey game for tonight was rescheduled. They canceled all the games. I had a 9:30 game tonight. I wasn't going to it anyway because of the conditions of the road. As it stands now, we have a Wednesday night Island of Relevancy. Lots of wrestling to talk about. I'm as soon as we stop here, I'm running upstairs to start to catch up on Monday Night Raw.
There you go. So
7 o'clock Wednesday.
My Chemical Romance turned down the chance to be on the Twilight soundtrack to instead appear on Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, because My Chemical Romance is cooler than Twilight. But me, you can check me out at jackkidmusic.com. I don't think I have any public shows till my debut at the Cool Cricket on February 6th. So if you're in the Fieldsboro, New Jersey area, right over the bridge from PA, you can check that out on the 6th. And before that, you can always check me out at Jack Kid Music. Find me there. You can find Frank Wednesday, like you said. And thank all of you for finding the Geek Spot with us again.
Woohoo!
We will see you all next time.